Up straight from the United States Gold Coast of Los Angeles is none other than Friends of to do a little song for us. So please welcome them to the show, Friends of Zeke Reed. As he comes on, I do have some music for him too. There he is. I was going to play AC/DC because that's also an Australian band.
Yeah, I always forget that. A stands for Australia. A lot of people don't know that.
A lot of people don't know that. The A in AC/DC stands for Australia.
Little known fact.
Indeed. So Zeke, as you're known, friends of for your solo project, thank you for coming on the show. I know you just came from another live stream gig. How did that go?
It went well, yeah. The live streaming economy is booming. I don't know. It's not much of an economy, as I'm sure I don't have to tell you.
We're looking to monetize soon.
Yeah. That's gonna be the real kicker when and if these things start actually being monetizable. It kind of remains to be seen. But
exactly. So Zeke, I want to ask you about. I was just in LA with you a few weeks ago.
In the very room you slept in the very room I'm in now.
Exactly, and how the world has changed. You're now in that room. I'm in Australia. Things are so different.
It's all flipped upside down.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I've barely left this apartment for the last, I guess, 3 or so weeks. Doing a lot of music stuff, and yeah, sorry, Brennan. I'll stop with the econ talk. I'm way down on some shorts though, which I was telling Zach.
You can take that offline with
Brennan. Your advice. I pulled a total noob move and was on Robinhood. I was like, yeah, I'll put money in that. It didn't work.
This stock market, you win some, you usually lose some.
No, I lost. I didn't win any.
Yeah. Jason, do not ask Zeke for investing advice. I did want to bring you on.
Buy high, sell low. That's been my motto.
Buy high, sell low. That's the strategy. I did want to bring you on to talk about obviously your music. You've got the groovy lights, as Nikki points out, because you're working on a very groovy project. So tell us about Friends of. How you kind of grew from a classical artist coming up to more of this techno-y electro fusion, if you will.
Yeah. I guess I started just playing in orchestras, as you said, kind of until probably about 8th grade. And then I started doing this group in LA called String Project LA, which did creative string music, so to speak. Not that any string music is not creative, but we performed in a park when I was in 8th grade. We played George Gershwin's Summertime. And then we did I'm Yours by Jason Mraz on like all strings. And then I was like, oh, you know what? I guess music is probably more expansive than just being orchestra. Because I obviously listened to other things. And that was the first time I clicked. Like, maybe I could actually play other things too. So I think from there, it kind of grew. And then, obviously in the band in college and still now, Fenton. And then throughout college, I kept working on some of the production stuff. And then post-college, I really kind of leaned into a lot of that. So here we are now. I'm still doing the cello. I do not have it with me in quarantine, unfortunately. She is.
It would be the perfect quarantine buddy.
I know. I have a lot of quarantine instrument buddies right now, so I couldn't fit her. She's big.
And so you've got a new EP out called Cosmic Cowboy. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I really love space, and it's also right now a fun time to be thinking about space because it kind of takes our mind off the shittiness of Earth. And I love my Southwestern flair, as you all remember from college. So, and I guess it kind of came together. Like, how could I merge some of my interests into a style that's, I would not say all my own, because the space cowboy thing has certainly been done before.
I think it will
be done again. But I get it. It's like it's a fun mix of the Southwest desert flair and like the expanse and mystery of space. And I think a lot of it came together in Joshua Tree, going out there, and they really lean into the space, because there's a space cowboy bookstore out there, and they love their kind of alien folklore and the way the desert interacts with the great beyond.
Mm-hmm. Truly, it looks like Mars, and we have a lot of areas like that in Australia right now that look like that. So it's very cool. Now I wanna ask. What are some of your influences for this space? Because I think a lot of people may realize they listen to this genre, but might not know it. So, like, I know you listen to a lot of Odessa, for instance.
That is true. Yeah, I like Odessa a lot. I'd say it's kind of a combination of a lot of indie rock artists that I grew up listening to and continue to really enjoy, plus a lot of electronic artists. And then with definitely some hip hop elements and hopefully some kind of classical elements too. I don't want to forget. I think almost all of the best references all originated, at least in Western music, with classical music, and then jazz obviously is. I know you have your jazz background as well. So playing in jazz band in high school, and then you see how much of that shows up. I mean, so I try to have that in the kind of background, but I think in terms of what you would hear, probably more obviously, it's like a combination of indie rock and electronic music.
Mm-hmm. Great. Well, without further ado, we'd love to hear a song from your EP. What are you going to play for us?
I'm going to play a song, and I forgot to bring my wombat on screen.
Oh, yes. Miso the wombat.
So, yeah, Miso the wombat with his snaggle tooth. So he's our little buddy, our little friend.
Everybody say hi to Miso, please.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Miso the foster dog. So I'm going to be playing a song called Feel Like It, which is one of the 3 songs on the EP. It's the concluding track. And I actually wrote it about a acid trip in Palm Springs back at a music festival when those were still a thing.
So classic. Classically.
Yeah, it was about I guess the first time my girlfriend and I told each other we loved each other. So it was a nice moment on drugs. They sparked, and I guess now it takes on a slightly different character because one of my best friends who I've known since my entire life, who we were with there actually, who recently passed away. He was there at that same festival, and he was the reason we went. So I guess it has that element of it too. Well,
I'm glad you find that meaning in it, and we're excited to hear it.
Yeah, let's get to it.
All right. So we are going to hear Friends of perform Feel Like. Let's do it. Here's his EP cover while we're at it.
All the lights, all the sounds make me still feel like it. Getting lights on me now, can I still feel like it? Inside out, realize there's no place quite like it. But still, I'm on my way. Ooh, I still feel like it. Rainbow kaleidoscope, we're back in my mind. Send me some of the sun. Your current electrifies the water, igniting a technicolor. My body in love with your power. I still feel like an incandescent fluorescent desert playground. I see the illuminate the sun. As the water darkens, you are all I see. Floating through the crowd, we're living in a neon dream. It's hard to explain. I guess I was just scared, but now it seems so clear. I still feel like it's speeding down the highway. Your hand in mine. I know it's gonna be fine.
Friends of and Zeke Reed, everybody. Give it up. Amazing,
Thank you
amazing.
very much for having me. And, come here, bud.
Yes, let's get Miso back in here.
I know what you guys really came here.
Zeke, thank you so much for coming on the show. Multi-instrumentalist, producer, and overall LA guy, Zeke Reed. Follow him on @friendsof, tagged in this post. Zeke,
Correct.
I hope you have a good rest of the weekend.
The EP is out on all streaming platforms. My website is in my bio if you want to find it. Otherwise, it's Friends of Cosmic Cowboys. Zach has the EP cover right in the background there. And and I have a lot more music on the way, so stay tuned for that. Quarantine's been good for one thing, at least.
Amazing. Well, we will talk to you soon, and enjoy the rest of the weekend. Adios to Miso as well. Bye now.